Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to use a white cane, and this might be helpful for someone who's learning about disability, that wants to learn about disability, O&M instructors, people who are using the white cane, I don't know, and just even entertainment. So let's get started. So I want to first give you a little bit of an insider on my history using this, and yeah. So as you guys know, I was born legally blind, born at 1 pound and 9 ounces, and developed a very severe eye disease called Retinopathy Of Prematurity, and yeah, so I've always been legally blind, and at age 6 I started using a white cane, and I started taking O&M, or orientation and mobility lessons with blind, and yeah. And if you're wondering, my cane is from Ambutech. They are still around. People think they're not, but they are. And this is actually a school provided cane, so my vision teacher provided this for me, and yeah. So if you're wondering, so they are pretty expensive sometimes, depending on like what type of cane you get, like the folding, I don't know, the color, whatever. This is just a traditional red and white cane with a traditional cuff handle. I'll go into all of that, how to use it, and stuff like that. So again, this is what it looks like. No, I do not know what this is. I don't know what this little plastic thing is. I think it's to keep the knot in place, because this bungee thing, they had to tie it together, and then they could obviously leave it like that, so they just put this thing so people don't untie it. Yeah. So when you fold it up, it's usually like this. There are different types of cane tips. Oh wow, mine's very dirty. Whatever. So I have a rolling marshmallow cane tip. I don't know if you guys can see it. Proof, it's dirty. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but anyway, so this is what it looks like when it's folded. To unfold it, you just simply do this, and then to not make a lot of noise, I'm going to do this. But it does fold out on its own, so, and it should, with the measurement, it should be around chest to chin length. Mine is a little above my chest. This is a 48, so it's the same as my old one. I got this one about a month ago, so about 1 to 2 months ago. So also, this is resting position, so this is what you do. This is how you hold your cane, just like straight in front of you when you are waiting to cross the street. So, for your information, the technique is don't do this. So by the way, I got taught O&M, or orientation mobility, and how to use a white cane in North America, so your techniques might be a little different if you're from South America, Korea, UK, I don't know. So this is what I personally learned. Please contact a O&M instructor to get actual training. But this is what I do, and this is how I use the cane, so a lot of you guys have requested, so yeah, I'm doing it. So I usually hold my cane with my arm at a 90-degree angle, so my elbow is at a 90-degree angle, and yeah, I usually do like this, and then the proper technique is to have it like this is the flat side compared to this like rigid side. I don't know if you guys can see it. this is the quote-unquote round side, and then this is considered the flat side. So the way you hold it is you put your pointer finger, run it down the cane, this side, so the flat side, and your thumb and your 3 upper fingers around the round side. Do this, but then turn the whole thing to the side. So when you're looking at it, it should be something like this. I don't know, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it should look something like this. And do not, I know some people who have O&M instructors might say, the O&M instructor might say to put your wrist in this huge hole. Don't, because if something happens to your cane, your wrist could potentially get hurt. So don't do this. Don't use the cane like that. Use it like this without putting. And there's 2 different types of cane techniques. Constant contact, which is this, and 2-point touch. I think there's 3-point touch, which is basically the same thing. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I love to use constant contact because I feel more safe with it, because, yeah. And I have a rolling marshmallow tip, so it goes over grass and rough terrain way easier. Pro tip, get a rolling marshmallow tip rather than any other cane tip, because most other cane tips do not roll, and non-rolling ones can get stuck in rough terrain or grass. By the way, I've been doing O&M for about 5 years, so yeah. And I used to only get it like once or twice a month, but now I'm getting it every week, so yay. So constant contact. When I show you how to walk quote-unquote in step, I'm going to be using constant contact. So walking in step is basically pointing your cane to the opposite foot that you're walking. So what I mean by that is if you're walking with your left foot, like if you do this with your foot, you turn your cane to the right. If you do it with your right foot, turn your cane to the left. So walking in step should look something like that. I don't know if you guys were able to see some of that. I'm gonna go a little back. So when you're walking in step, it should look something like this. Oh, I got my cane stuck in the carpet. Same with the other foot. Oh my god, I can't walk. That is in step. I'm going to show it to you with 2-point touch, which I'm not used to, but my first time ever doing this with 2-point touch, because I've always done it with constant contact. Okay. It's a little harder because with 2-point touch, you have to rely on your mind to do the correct instep. So it should look something like this with 2-point touch. It's very hard. That's one of the reasons why I like constant contact better. Personal preference. And you can shorten the length of how much you stick out your cane from this to this, if needed, by just running your cane down maybe to around here, and then just pulling it in, and then going down until you can. So I rarely do this, I never do this. So when you do this, it should look something like this. You can see that I'm having a hard time steering it. I don't want to have my elbow like this, so that's why I rarely have my cane like that. So I usually just use it normally, which would look something like this. So, yeah. When you're using steps, I obviously don't have steps to do this, but when you're having steps, when you're going up, what you do is you hold your cane right below the golf handle and do this little section here, and then you hold it like a pencil, like you're writing with a pencil. So when it looks like this, you ding the back of the step once you find it, like the back of it, you do this, and then you feel and hear with your cane the back of each step. Once you don't feel it anymore, you know to do it, and if you come up, if it's like a long break in between steps, all of a sudden, then you'll feel it with your cane, and then you can do it again. To go down, I've always been taught to go diagonal, so it should look something like when you're going down, but I've seen online that you just go like this, and then every time your cane, I'm trying to see if I can stand this up. Okay. So every time you have a step, your cane can, this is the step, this is my flat hand here is the step, this is the back. When you're going down, I'm gonna have an invisible thing here, so it's gonna be like this, and then you can feel it, and then keep on feeling it. That's what I've been seeing online, but my own instructor has always taught me, like all of my own instructors have always taught me to go diagonal, but I rarely go downstairs, so yeah. And when I'm on like a sidewalk, I usually try to find the grass line, if there is one, and try to trail that. And once I feel it open, and then I just do that. For example, this, like, sorry, that, like my bedpost, if this is going up and then I feel this open up, then I can know to turn or something like that. That's one of the reasons why I do that. And please have your own instructor review any of these techniques with you, because they might say something different, they might say something, I don't know, something like that. I don't really know, but please review with your own instructor or an own instructor before getting white cane, before trying any of these strategies, and even before getting white cane, because you might be someone who's watching this and doesn't have a white cane but is considering getting one. So, yeah. And so, basically, it's kind of it. So I'm going to show you how to open and close your white cane. So, as I showed you before, there's this like little, I don't know if I showed you, but there's this like little rubber band thing that you can stretch a little, and I'm going to show you how to fold up your cane. So what you do is, I do it from up to down, so do this, so put your hand like this and then put it kind of sideways, grab the golf handle, and then put your, I do it with my right hand with the top of the golf handle, and then with my left hand I grab it like this, the second little section. You can feel the different sections because of these little folds here, the little gray parts, sorry, the little gray parts here. So what you do is pull up, once you feel it up, pull like that, do the same thing with the other, and then same thing with the other. When you have it like this, yes, it does look like an M, mobility. You want to make sure that the cane tip, or the red, from North America, so different canes have different paintings of it, kind of like painting patterns, so some might have like a red tip, like a white tip, and then just rest of it red, I don't know, different countries. Make sure but the tip, so the red part here, and the handle are like this. That's how you know you folded your cane correctly. And then just do this. So I'll come closer. Basically wrap it around and then do that. And it's really sleek depending on what type of cane you have. With mine, it's a little bit bulkier, so it's a little bit less like sleek if you want to travel with it. Don't worry about this because it doesn't really make a difference in the space. And you can travel with it. So, yeah. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to review with you guys. And again, I'm not a trained arieln instructor. I'm literally just someone who's been using a white cane since 2nd grade, and then I didn't get arieln lessons back till 4th grade. And I didn't have them in 6th grade because I was virtual. So I had it not 2nd grade. I had them in 1st grade and then didn't get them in Georgia until I was in 4th grade. Because, yeah. So I had them in 1st grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade, so technically 5 years. Yeah. Again, if you are unsure of any of these techniques or want to learn more, please find an arieln instructor to do it. And if you want to actually learn more on how to use it and actually learn how to use it, please look for an arieln instructor to do it, because maybe I'm wrong on these things, I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of like the basics on how to use a white cane. And I hope that you guys found this entertaining, educational, funny, stuff like that. So yeah, again, if you're wondering, I got this traditional white cane from Ambutech. They sell multiple different types of canes, multiple different colors of canes, multiple different types of tips you can get for your cane, and so much more. So check them out. I'm going to leave hopefully their website down below. I'm going to leave their website down below in the description if you want to check them out. And I hope you guys found this educational. See you next time on my channel. Bye.